We got almost 300 people already, so that's huge. Thank you everyone for your patience, for your waiting. So I turn on the recording of today's meeting, today's kickoff call. So everyone who won't be able to join us today will be able to review it one more time on our YouTube channel that will have a secure link that only our participants will be able to watch our kickoff call. So it won't be publicly available. So we will share the link with you one after our call. And I believe that we can start, right, Sherry? So we got 277 people already, and people still joining. We updated link via email to everyone, and our team. Thank you very much, Christelle, for the quick update all the regional groups and all the people. And thank you very much for joining us today. So let me share my screen with you and we will begin. So I believe that everyone are able to see my screen right now. And welcome everyone again to the Kectil Community Project Kickoff meeting. My name is Alexandra Fomin. I'm board member of the Kectil program, coordinator of the community project, and Kectil YouTube channel. And also I'm consultant at EY. And today I will introduce you to the community project initiative, explain how it works and what you can expect during this journey. You will meet our team, and this project is an important part of your Kectil experience where you will have a huge chance to learn by doing and create a real impact in your community. And quickly, I will update you what the agenda of today's meeting. First, we will start with a short introduction of the Kectil Community Project and what it's about. Then we will talk about your project ideas, how to define your goals and design your project. After that, we'll discuss how to make your project happen, including the main steps. And uh, and all timelines. And finally, we will focus on the results, impact, and have a short final discussion and answering all of your questions. By the way, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to raise your questions in the chat. Our team will manage to help you to answer all of your questions, but in the end, we will have time for all of our discussion. So yeah, and this is my favorite part and on all of the meetings, because first of all, I would like to introduce our amazing team who will support you during this journey. And let me start with our founder and executive director, Sherry Knowles. Sherry, thank you for being here. And I would like to give you the floor for the few welcome words. You're mute.
Okay. Thank you, Alexandra. This is one of the most exciting days of the year for Kectil. It's the day that we kick off probably the most important initiative that Kectil does all year, which is sending all of you, the youth leaders born for greatness, out into the community to start practicing being leaders. That's what it's all about. That's what our program is about. So we have, as you know, a 1-year very intensive program. I know you've been doing your assignments. Thank you for your hard work on those. And we've gotten some really wonderful answers and a lot of engagement, You know, the 2026 Kectil Colleagues Group just rocks. You guys are doing great. So thank you so much for all of your effort, your enthusiasm, your love for the project. The Kectil program is unique. It is, as far as I know, the only program in the world that connects youth leaders from developing countries for training, for interaction, for mentorship, and now for actually getting out into the community and helping to make the world a better place. You know, we've got a lot of things going on in the world, and there are a lot of conflicts, a lot of challenges. You know, we see things in the news. But this is the good part. This is the part where youth all over the world show what they're made of and show that you are here to help other people. You're here to be a leader, and we want to help you practice your leadership skills. There are so many things that you can do in your community, from a small project to a large project. Every single project matters. Every project is well received by us. We appreciate it. And it helps you create your group, your network of other people in your community who want to band together to do something to help. We can't wait to see what your creativity is going to be in terms of creating a project that you can carry out in your community. We have really loved this last year. 2025 was the inaugural year for the Kectil Community Projects, and it was amazing. People love the projects. We love seeing what was done. And I really think Kectil actually made a difference in the entire world with these Kectil community projects. And this year, I'm sure it'll be even better. So we want to welcome you today. We have a wonderful leadership team here led by Alexandra. And then we have Mina coming in from Egypt, Gohard from Armenia, Edvard from Armenia, Christelle from Lebanon. They have worked tirelessly to get to the day today for this kickoff. So we're so excited you're coming with us. Let's put some sun, let's put some happiness, let's put some effort in all around the world and show that there are strong, positive community leaders in the Kectil program who are willing to step forward and make a difference. And that's you. So please stay on mute, keep yourself on mute. And I'm going to turn it back over to Alexandra.
Thank you so much, Sherry, and thank you for your kind words. It's really huge initiative for us. We already got a lot of participants for this meeting. That's amazing. I'm going to cry, to be honest. I really enjoy to work with you guys. I really enjoy to help you with all of your projects and support you, guide you during your journey. But first of all, guys, please turn off your microphones. You will have floor for asking the questions and communicating. Alan Mugisha, please turn off your mic.
A theory that the love you give people always comes back to you.
Sorry, I don't. Okay, thanks so much. So let's continue. So now I would like to introduce our team members who are going to support you during next month and help you with all of your questions and guiding you through your journey. So let's start with Mina Fangari. Mina, would you like to say a few words?
Hello, everybody. My name is Mina Fangari from Egypt, and I'm working with community projects for a long time. I'm very happy to work with you in your community problems, and community projects for the next few months, inshallah.
Thank you very, very much, Mina. Next, I would love, and it's been an honor for me to introduce you, Goharik and Edward. They are not be able to say some words.
I am here. I am here right now. Okay, so hello, everyone. I'm so sorry. I'm in onboarding process in the airport, so that's why I will not be very likely to with you the whole process, but I'm very, very happy to see a lot of leaders who decide to start something, to initiate something, to do something for other people, which is the most important part in leadership, being the servant leader. And I saw already some Armenian surnames. I'm very happy that we have some Armenians coming to this program and also a lot of people from different countries. And just be sure that we are here, the whole team of ours, to help you, to guide you, to make you to understand what's better for your community and how you can by yourself help your community. So I will just come out from the Zoom because it's onboarding, as you see. So I'm just preparing myself for my flight, and enjoy your time and keep your motivation as much as it is now. So thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much, Goharik. And Edward, are you able to speak or not? I'm just not fully. I think he is not able to speak right now. He is also traveling. And by the way, I will introduce you to Edward. He is the one of the greatest member of our team, as all of us. who's working and supporting all our participants on their journeys. He's from Armenia, and right now he's in Hungary for one of the internship that he's doing. So that's really great. You will meet him more and more during next few months on our next a meeting that we will have. And finally, Kectil Barakat. Kectil, please share a few words.
Hi, everyone. It's wonderful to see you all here today and to see your enthusiasm for the community projects. We're very excited. We're always very excited when we get to connect with all the colleagues online. And we can't wait to see all of the wonderful and amazing projects that you will share with us over the next few months. A big shout out to everyone currently on the screen and part of the community projects team. And thank you so much for being here with us today as well, across all different time zones. Have a wonderful webinar and rest of the day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. We are happy to have this team supporting you during the project. And let's move on and start the interesting part of today's discussion. So the Kectil Community Project is, first of all, a learning experience, not a funding program. This means that the main goal is to gain real skills through actions. So during this project, you will practice leadership, project management, communication, and collaboration. You will learn how to turn an idea into a real initiative and how to organize and implement step by step in your community, in your country. At the same time, the project is focused on creating real community impact. Even small projects can make a mindful difference. It is not about doing something big or perfect. It is about responding to a real need in your community. So please remember this. This could be helping a group of people or raising awareness about an issue or improving a local environment, for example. So what matters most is that your project creates positive and visible change. And another important principle is that it's your individual leadership initiative. Each participant is expected to take ownership of their project from idea to implementation. You are responsible for designing your project, planning activities, working with people, and showing results. Even if you work with a team or partners, you're the leader of your project. And today, starting the greatest journey with the Kectil program, where you're gaining those experience, those skills, have to be the authentic leader of your community, of your people. Yeah, and you're also encouraged to collaborate with others. So please don't hesitate to do it with your Kectil fellows, with your friends, colleagues from universities, schools, with other NGOs that will help you also to develop your project too. This can includes like any community groups or other partners. These collaborations can help you reach more people, organize activities, or gain support, some resources, or even expertise. Even could be a really huge support. And however, it is important to remember that your project should not be part of an existing program. It must be your own initiative led by you. So you will have time to think about your own initiative. You will have time to brainstorm about that, to find the team members, even work alone by you. It could be something really small, but the main point is to do some really great actions, really to do a huge difference in your community, right? And finally, what I also want to mention that the project is about learning by doing and reflection on your own results. You will not only implement your idea, but also document your activities and show your impact. We will teach you, we will walk you through this process. We prepare a lot of interesting templates, and we prepared huge guide for you that will help you go through this journey in the simplest way and more understandable way. Our team work really, really well for doing it more simple and more understandable for you guys. And all of your work will also include collecting photos, feedbacks, and results of your work. And in the end, you will present your project and demonstrate what you have achieved, what you learned, and how your project contribute to the community. All right. So now the main idea behind the Kectil community project is to empower young people to take action into their communities. And this project encourages you not just to learn theory, but to actively engage with real challenges around you. So you can just sit even right now, look around you, even in your room right now, and think what challenge even you, like a person, face right now. Yeah, and this short practice you can implement into real community. You can just go outside of your room and just look around what you can do for your family, what you can do for your neighbors, for the people from your village, from the city, yeah, for your friends, what challenges they are facing, yeah. So this is how we're going to work it and how we're going to get the necessary skills for implementation, for doing some actions, and how to deliver some impacts that we want to bring to this world. And first of all, the thing is that the project focuses on tackling real problems. Yeah, each of you is encouraged to identify an issue in your local community, something that people are facing in their daily lives. And this could be like social, educational, or environmental uh, things. The goal is not to ignore these challenges, but to respond to them with the practical solutions. In the end of today's presentation, I will share with you some examples of the last year project that people did, so you will get a better overview of what you can do as an example, right? But also you will receive from us a huge list with the examples of the projects that you can implement with some ideas, with titles, with zero cost, and with some resources that you will need to find for the project. So you will have a lot of opportunities to do this really interesting practical task together with us. And another important objective is to see you use as a change maker. So yeah, this project gives you the opportunity to take initiative and become a leader, right? You are not just participants, you are people who can influence your community, and even one small action can bring really huge difference to the whole community. Yeah, so you can inspire other and create positive changes. So remember that. And the third key idea is action-oriented learning. Instead of only discussing ideas, you will turn them into real activities. This means organizing workshops, for example, some events, campaigns, or other initiatives. Through this process, you will learn much more than from theory alone, right? So this is the main point that we are bringing through Kectil Community Project this practical experience of the project development, of the creating some impact for the people. And the project also strongly focused on skill development. Yeah, while working on your project, you will build important skills such as leadership, communication, problem solving, as we already discussed, right? And these are practical skills that will be useful for your future career and personal growth as well. We have a lot of cases once we receive emails from the last year participants where they are saying us a lot of thanks for bringing them those practical experience, those confidence, even in communication, into problem solving that really help them with the getting some new opportunities, some scholarships from different universities around the world. So yeah, this is really a really great opportunity for you to get this chance to learn together with the support from our team. And another important aspect is a meaningful impact. So the goal is not just to complete an activity, right? But to create a real value for your target group. This means thinking about what will actually help people and how your project can make a difference, even if it's small one, right? And finally, this project connect all these elements together: actions, leadership, skills, and impact. It is a space where you can try, learn, and grow. And mostly important, it is your chance to turn your idea into something real and meaningful. And now let's talk about key requirements of your project and who it should benefit. So first of all, every project must be clearly defined and focused on a real community problem. This means you need to understand what issue you want to address and why it is important. Your project should not be too general. It should focus on a specific need that exists in your community. For example, it could be some trainings of any of the language, yeah, for the students. It could be some sessions about mental health. It could be even some, I don't know, book reading that also could bring a huge impact. So it could be really small action, really small project, yeah, but it will target the specific problem that the people face in your community. And the next important element is defining your target group or beneficiaries. You need to clearly explain who will benefit from your project. This could be students, young people, local residents, or refugees, or another group. It is important to understand their needs and explain why you choose this group. Yeah, so another key requirement is that your project must include at least one actionable activity. This means a real activity with real participants, for example, a workshop, event, campaign, or community initiative. It could be online, it could be offline, it could be in hybrid formats, both online and offline. So it is the approach that you can choose based on your resources, your idea, what you're going to bring to the community. Yeah, and also participants and also encouraged to try to build some partnerships and collaboration. And you should try to work with at least one partner. Just try, it will help you for promoting your project, for your personal skills, for your self development. You can try just to connect and collaborate with school, NGO, or community group. Yeah, partners can help you reach people. Also, they can help organize activities or provide support and expertise. Yeah, we will share some more detailed information, guidelines, how you can also do it. And also, you will be able to request for us any recommendation letters that will help you to build this collaboration and partnership. So please don't hesitate to text us. At the same time, it is important to remember that this is your project. Yeah, even if you collaborate with others, you are the leader and responsible for the idea, implementation, and results. Yeah, and finally, documentation and evidence are essential part of your project. You need to clearly show that you did and what impact your project had. This includes photos, participants list, what else? Feedbacks from the participants could be, and other materials that could prove your activity took place and create value. And now let's talk about how you can design your project and what types of activity you can include. So I already mentioned a few times that it could be like different formats of activities. Yeah, you have flexibility to choose what works best for your idea and your community. Your project can include workshops, trainings, events, awareness campaigns, mentoring sessions, and community and environmental actions. Yeah, it depends on the community, the country, the challenge that you're going to solve. And for example, you might organize a workshop to teach new skills, a training session to share knowledge, or an event that brings people together just to have time to relax and rest, because maybe it's a big challenge for your community because they are hard workers. Yeah, so it also could be a case. You could also create a campaign to raise awareness about an important issues, or start a mentoring initiative to support other young people in your school or at university. Yeah, and if you're interested in environmental topic, your project could include activities like cleanup events, recycling initiative, or action that promote sustainability. So these types of projects can have a visible and immediate action on your local community. So you'll have a lot of options what to choose, what your heart would like to do, yeah, what you really enjoy to do. And it's also important to remember that your project can be simple. You don't need to organize something very large or complicated. Of course, it is possible. You can do it if you wish, but please don't stress out a lot of that. But we will be happy to see any of your actions, any of your projects, and support you during your journey. And at the time you can choose how to participate, yeah, in the project. You can either lead your own initiative or join another participant project as a team member. So you can even right now to think with two of your friends that also study the Kectil program, and collaborate together and create one project together, even online. If you're from different part of the world, we had these cases last year. It's been amazing to see how people participating and collaborating inside the Kectil program. So you can choose any scenario that works best for you. And yeah, there is one very important rule to remember, that your project must be your own initiative. So please remember this. This means it cannot be an existing project of an organization that you maybe participate right now. Yeah, you can collaborate with partners, but the idea, leadership, and responsibility must come from you. Yeah, for example, you could organize a project called Clean Community Day, for example, where you bring together local youth or even adults to clean a public space, such as park or a street. Along with the cleanup, you could also run a short awareness session about waste management and recycling, helping participants understand how to keep their environment clean in the future. Right? So this is some examples that you can also use. Another example or another idea that you also can take for the project, it is where you organize a series of small workshops for the students. These workshops would focus on basic digital skills or communication or career orientation. You could also invite a local mentor or professional to speak, giving participants practical knowledge and inspiration. You can also contact our team and invite our board members to do some workshops for your community for some students from your university, yeah, or school, we would be happy to do it online. Yeah, so there are a lot of different options, and yeah, the another thing that you also should remember it is when you're designing your project, focus on being realistic and practical. Think about what you can actually organize, who you can reach, and what resources you have right now, and what resources you can get in the future for your project too. Yeah, a simple and well executed idea is always better than huge complex plan that is more difficult to implement. And definitely, definitely, don't hesitate to reach our team. I will repeat this thing a lot of times because we are open for guiding you, supporting you, mentoring you. And now let's talk about results, impact, and how your project will be evaluated from our side team. So yeah, next year we had a lot of time to spend for reading all of the reports, presentation. It's been awesome for me. For some times I've been really crying and understanding how a lot of things, just simple things, people done in the different part of the world, just to bring some impact for the people, and we got a lot of feedback. So yeah, first of all, it is important to understand that the difference between outputs and outcomes. So right now let's shortly just discuss about that. So outputs are what you do. Yeah, so for example, it is the number of activities you organize or how many people participate. Outcomes are what changes because what changes, yeah, because of your project, what people learn, feel, or do differently after your activity. So for example, an output could be organizing one workshop with 10-20 participants, but the outcome is that those participants gained new skill, become more confident, or started applying what they learned in real life. Yeah. So let's take another real example. If you organize a cleanup activity, I think this activity is one of the simplest way to explain all of those things. So in your community, if you are organizing a cleanup activity, the output is the number of people who joined and the area you cleaned. But the outcome is that the environment becomes cleaner, and people become more aware of keeping their community clean. So also, please text in the chat if you understood these 2 points with the plus or minus. So we will understand if we will need to provide more sessions to discuss specifically for those 2 things. Yeah, so another example could be use workshop that also, let me just quickly explain what will be output and outcome here. So the output is the session itself and the number of participants. The outcome is that participants learn new skills such as communication or digital tools, or feel more prepared for the future opportunities, right? And the important part of your project is evidence. You need to clearly show that your activity happened and that it had an impact. This includes photos, short videos, participants list, and feedback. For example, you can collect short quotes from participants about what they learned or how they felt. Yeah, it could be into Google form. It could be just short message from the participants. Yeah, it could be on video. It depends on the specifics and on your project and how you wish to do it. So also your project will be evaluated based on the several key criteria. One, the most important is community impact. How useful and meaningful your project was for your target group, right? Even A small project can score highly if it creates real value. Yeah, so also remember these things. In addition, your project will be evaluated based on the implementation, quality of documentation you provided with us, leadership, and feasibility of your idea. This means how well you organized your activity, how clearly you showed your results, how you demonstrated leadership, and whether your idea was realistic and achievable. Yeah, and now let's talk about the timeline of your community project that you're going to work. So the project officially starts in April. So today is the date when we have our kickoff call. So this is when you begin working on your idea, planning your activities, and preparing for implementation. At this stage, it is important to clearly define your project and take the first steps. I will answer just right now for the questions that we received last year. So you will get a registration form, and if you would like to change your name of the project in the future after the registration form is closed for the community project, it is possible to change naming of your project. We understand that a lot of challenges we are facing right now, not only in the community but around the world. We understand that project, it is dynamic work, and a lot of changes can happen. But the main point, please inform us that we change the name of the project or title or some focus of the project because of those and this things, and we will adjust it into our table of tracking the project, how they are working. So I'm just answering the question that we got last year a lot about the things. So then from April to October, you will be in the main implementation phase. During this time, you will organize your activity, work with participants, and collaborate with partners. This is the core period where your project comes to life. Yeah, so throughout this time, you will also receive ongoing monitoring and support. This means you are not alone in this journey. We are here to guide you, answer your questions, and help you in your face challenges during the process. If you face some challenges, you're texting to us on the mail. We are answering and supporting you, mentoring you, and yeah, we prepare some interesting things that we will discuss a bit later today for you that also will help you on into this journey. And the final and very important milestone is November 1st. This is the deadline for submitting your final presentation, report, and all supporting materials such as photos and evidence of your project. I want to clearly highlight that this deadline is fixed. We will not be extending it. Yeah, you have more than 6 months to work on your project, which is enough time to plan, implement, and document your activities. Yeah, if something happened with the uploading your reports, presentations, other documentation into the final form, then please contact with us. We will help you to handle it. But again, I want to just remind you that please don't postpone it into the last day because the system could be overwhelmed with a lot of participants, and also you can get some issues with the internet from your side, some technical issues. We had such cases last year. So again, be in touch with us, communicate with us. We are open for any of the guidelines, any supporting, any technical issues that you will face. But the deadline is fixed, and please remember this date. We will remind you still, but again, please note it for yourself. And I want to also really encourage you to manage your time well. Please stay organized and take responsibility for your project. Trying not to leave everything until the last moment, and step-by-step work will help you achieve much better results, even small actionable results. Yeah, and if you plan your work carefully and stay consistent, you will be able to complete your project successfully and submit everything on time. Believe me, we already know it from the practical side. Yeah, and now I would like to go through support mechanism and communication structure. And to explain this part in more detail, I would like to just clarify if Edward already with us here.
Yes, I
Christopher.
am.
Okay, great. Hi, Edward, and welcome.
Hello.
So I would like to invite our team member, Edward Gregorian. Edward will guide you through the support mechanism, communication channels, and how we will stay connected during the project. So, Edward, the floor is yours.
Okay. So first of all, my greetings, and I'm really happy to welcome you here. I'm sorry that I didn't manage to introduce myself in the beginning, but Alexandra did it perfectly. I was on the way, but I was listening on the way, and it is an amazing presentation, which I will be honored to continue. With the part of the support mechanisms, we have several arrangements for you. First of all, we have the webinars. Webinars will be running from May to October, and details will be provided later on. We have come up with amazing topics this year, and we're going to introduce you to different project management ideas like idea creation and so on. Details will be sent further on, and I myself would be really happy to participate in these webinars because they will be led with professionals, by people who have experience in the field and don't know the topic only theoretically. So it will help you a lot. Another part of the support. Yeah, Mayada, can we ask you to turn on the mic? Yeah, thank you. With another part of the support mechanism will be guide. We have created a nice guide for you. It looks amazing, and it contains all the information that you will need during your idea creation, implementation of the project, the evaluation, and reporting part. It's gonna be your handbook when you are gonna do your project. You will find any kind of information in them. Templates, we have created templates as well to make your work much more easier, because the templates will help you, will guide you to fill in any kind of form that we demand for the project, especially the proof that you need to provide at the end of the project. Later on, we will have check-ins. Check-ins would be in a format of contacting you and seeing how the project is going on. And this would be kind of small boosts from our side to see how the project is going, and it will motivate you as well to do some work. Some of last year feedbacks were about check-ins, and they said also you can watch the YouTube videos that we recorded with the last year participants speaking about check-ins and how they helped them to continue the project and don't stop in the middle. And of course, we will have the FAQ. You can ask the questions. You saw Alexandra has specified it many times. We are very open to answer your questions. We constantly monitor the email as well. And in the emails, you can, whenever you feel something is not clear, please contact us. Don't hesitate. Our team is here to help you and to guide you, and we will be more than happy to help you with any kind of question you will have. And then we'll have also another support mechanism, mentorship. So we're not only giving you the guide, webinars, and templates, but we are making you have some kind of mentor who will guide you throughout the process. So when your projects are prepared, you will be guided by a mentor who will be there for you. The mentors will be people who had experience in project management or the people who implemented the projects themselves last year. So you will not only have the amazing people guiding you throughout the process, but you will have someone who went through the process themselves last year. Mentorship program is being prepared, and we will have some amazing mentors for you. Team and communication. This part, you can see the WhatsApp group, which is prepared for you to be there and to answer all the questions. Here on the right side, bottom right side, you can see the QR code. Feel free to scan the QR code, and that will lead you to the Kectil KCP Participants 2026 group chat. The group chat gives information about have the description in the upper part. You can read. It's about Kectil community project, and the chat will be used for your questions. We'll follow the chats all the time. We'll help you there as well. This is another support mechanism that we use, but it can be communicated at the same time with Gmail messages, which should be forwarded to the community project's email. The others will be provided later on. And feel free to network as well in the group chat. The group chat is not only for questions, but it's also for networking. Come up with ideas, develop the ideas, ask advice from each other. You can be your like mentors between yourselves as well. So make the best use of the WhatsApp group that we are creating. If you have any other questions, just let us know. I will pass back the word to Alexandra.
Thank you very much, Edward. And yeah, guys, if you are not able to scan QR code today, don't worry, we will provide all the links next day. I mean, tomorrow. Tomorrow we will provide all the links and all necessary information to guide you all of this through process. So please don't worry about those things. And yeah, next thing, let's talk about the registration form. To guide you through this step, I would like to invite Kectil. Kectil will explain how to complete the registration form and what information you need to provide. Kectil, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Alexandra. I think the most useful way of doing this would be maybe if I share the screen and just go through the form with our participants very quickly. And so I will try to guide you as much as I can throughout the different processes. We have tried to keep it simple and accessible to everyone. So essentially, once you open the form or the QR code that was just shared, and again, do not worry, we will share the QR code again and the corresponding link after the meeting. So you will have access to this form. We will also share those in the WhatsApp groups. So we will make sure that you have access to what you need to in order to register. That is the essential thing. So when you open it, this is what you will have. So here we have a very brief description. Again, this is the official registration form. We will need you to fill it out to confirm that you are wanting to participate in the Kectil community projects. And it includes details about you and your project. So again, the form just restates that this will allow you to compete for main prizes, with the possibility of later on requesting a recommendation letter from us. You will also receive a certificate of completion once you complete all of the requirements for the community projects. And we may also highlight your wonderful projects through our official Kectil social media platforms. So you have exactly 1 month from today, so by May 12th, to complete this form, again, to let us know that this is something you are wanting to do. You are wanting to ideate and eventually implement a Kectil community project. If you have any question that we have not answered so far during this webinar and presentation, you're more than welcome to email us here at communityprojects@kectil.com, especially if you have specific inquiries. We know some of you have been asking in the chat about very specific details related to certain projects. So we are more than happy to answer those via email because we may not have time to address specific cases during this webinar. So again, you're going to need to tick here the email just for us to get your email address. Here you will need to put your full name, so first name and last name. So I just filled it as an example so I can continue with the form. The country you're representing, in my case, it's Lebanon. In your case, it would be your home country. If you are in a different country than your home country, feel free to mention this in this section. So this would be like a good place to mention it, for example. Your project title, so this is the name of your project, a short description of your project. Here you are addressing the what, why, when, where, and how. So what is your project about? What will you do during it? Where will it take place? When will it take place? Why you are doing it? How are you going to implement it? So try as much as you can to give us that brief description. Then which problem is your project trying to solve? So what is the cause? It could be youth related, it could be related to the elderly, to gender equality, to climate, to sustainable development. Again, that was a question that was asked in the chat. It can be any cause you are passionate about and any target audience that you are passionate about. And this is actually the next question. So who is your target audience? Who is your project addressed to? And here you have the chance to choose more than one if you want. So maybe I'm targeting families, students, and the local community. Or if it's not within these, please feel free to pick other and just write down here who your project is targeting. And then are you working on this project on your own or is it with a team? And if you're working with a team, you know, here you would say, okay, I'm working with two other individuals, for example. One will be like the project manager, the other will be in charge of the training or in charge of monitoring and evaluation. Just make sure to give us how many other people you have on your team and their roles in the project. And then we're asking you if you are part of a team or you have a team, if those members are also Kectil colleagues or not. So make sure to mention this here. And if you have Kectil colleagues on your team, make sure to include their names and their email addresses and roles within your team. Then here we're just asking about what challenges have you faced so far in the project development process. So maybe, you know, you had a hard time coming up with the idea, or you're having a hard time knowing how to reach out to your target audience. We know it's still kind of early, but if there are any challenges that you have so far faced, or that you think you might face actually, or you're worried about, feel free to mention them here. Then if you're open to sending us or emailing us regular updates about your projects, again, these would be photos, short videos, notes, things that we may use for our social media. So we welcome you emailing us these elements because we love to highlight all the energy and excitement and wonderful initiatives that our Kectil colleagues are working on. Then what kind of support would be most helpful from us at this point? Do you feel you'd like some preliminary feedback? Do you feel that training videos would be very helpful, training webinars? And again, we have plenty of those also on our YouTube channel, and we'll be sharing more resources in the coming days. And the next question is actually related to that. So since we already have all this great and amazing content on our YouTube channel and other social media channels, and we listed, you know, some of the topics that are included within that, are there any additional or other topics that you feel we may not have already covered and that you feel would be very useful for you if we covered them? In order to better implement your project. And here, if you have any social media pages for your project, so this could be something you create, you know, shortly after deciding on your project and the project title. Please feel free, you know, to put them here. Again, this is optional. So anything that doesn't have a red star next to it is optional. But obviously, we would be very happy to receive, you know, any information that you feel you can share with us. And lastly, if you have any questions that you feel you want to ask us, after you have filled out the required sections and the optional sections, you just need to click on next. And I'm just doing it right now. And this is really it. You will just get this message, which basically thanks you for your enthusiasm, for filling out the form. And if you have any questions, we're reminding you again, which email address you can reach us through. Don't forget to click submit. I won't click it now, but don't forget to click submit for us to register your response. So it's a very easy form, straightforward, and hopefully, you know, it will encourage you to also apply and register your project. We kept it simple and accessible for this reason. And I'll just hand it over back to you, Alexandra. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Christelle, for the great presentation. So let me share my screen then. Again, just a second. So yeah, we backed. So we will share all the links with you guys. Don't worry. We'll duplicate it on our chat and share via email. And here's also some list of helpful YouTube resources that will support you during your project. So feel free to watch them anytime. Some of the videos will be able to help you for even to define your project idea, yeah, to understand what you're gonna do. So these videos cover key topics such as how to define your project goals, design your idea, manage your project, and engage your community. They can give you practical guidance and inspiration at different stages of your project. And we strongly encourage you to use these materials as additional support while working on your project and developing your skills. So you can go just to YouTube and in the search bar just to check the Kectil program and you will be on our channel and you can find and watch any of the videos. You can find even videos with the interviews of last year participants of the Kectil community project. You can find videos interviews with the winners of the last year community project, also different other interviews and useful videos in our playlist of knowledge bank that you can also use for as an inspiration and getting some knowledge and skills through our YouTube channel too. And now let's talk about incentives and recognition for your work. I think for you it's mostly the interesting part because every one of us really like to be recognized for the work you're doing. So first, I would like to clarify that this project is not a funding program. So no directly funding is providing that for developing or implementing your project. The main goal here is learning, leadership development, and creating real impact in your community. At the same time, your efforts will be recognized. After the evaluation process, and again, I remember you, the deadline is 1st of November for all of your reports, presentations, and other documentations related to your project activities. So after the evaluation process, the top projects will receive awards of $500, $300, and $200, as well as Amazon gift cards. So this year, we're planning to get more awards than last year. For the participants, you will also have the possibility to request support such as recommendation letter, which can be useful for your academic or professional growth as well, or even for collaboration and partnerships that you're going to build within your community project. And finally, all participants who complete the project will receive certificates recognizing their work and contribution. Volunteers, leaders, participants of the project. So everyone who will be involved in your project as a team member, as a volunteer, will receive a project, even if this person are not related to the Kectil program, who is not studied this year, but he's or she is working with your project, helping you. So all the people that you will list as a team member into the final report and final presentation, they will receive recognition as a certificate from our site. Yeah, so before you start your own project, I would like to show you some real examples. You can find some photos on this slide from the last year participants to inspire you and show what's possible to do. And also you can find on our YouTube channel the interview podcast with the project Kectil Community Project winners. We had really nice recording of discussion of their journey, their challenges, and how they implement their project. So, for example, we had project in Nigeria. So one participant created a project called Beyond Stigma, where they started mental health club in schools and helped young people openly talk about mental health. This was the first initiative of this kind in their region, and it created a safe space for students to share their experience. Another interesting project, and it's a great example for you, is called the Green Code, focused on school gardens. Students learn how to grow their own food, improve nutrition, and understand environmental sustainability. And this project not only helped with food security, but also increased school engagement and community involvement. This project been held in Uganda, and as I know, it's still going on as Beyond Stigma as well. They're still working on this project, and we are so happy to track their success and any of their impact that they are doing. Another great example that I remember it's from Afghanistan, a project called Seed Rice, empowered women by teaching them practical skills like tailoring and handicrafts, as well as literacy and languages. This helped women gain confidence, develop income opportunities, and connect with the wider world. Another project been from Haiti, where young people were trained in nonviolent communication, inclusion, and disability awareness. The project created really behavioral change and helped build a safer and more inclusive community. Another one that I really great remembering it is from Peru. They one participant. Created a project called Líderes con Juela, where young people developed leadership skills through caring for animals. It was a very creative approach and combined empathy, leadership, and community engagement. You can also learn more about last year winners project, and other projects on our YouTube channel, and find some shorts related to the project that our participants been doing, and any other interesting information from the last year. And there's are just a few examples. As you can see, projects can be very different, but they all have one thing in common. It's real impact. And so, as you start thinking about your own idea, remember, you don't need to create something perfect or big. Start small, focus on real impact, and your project can grow into something truly meaningful. Yeah, and this is the final thing that we wanted to share together with the team with you today. And now the most interesting part for everyone it is questions. But before we move on to the questions, please save this email for you, community projects Kectil.com. So you will use this email during next month for communicating with us, also through WhatsApp chat. But again, if something specific that you don't want to share with others, we are always open to any support, any guidance, any communication that we are able to provide from our side. So please contact us via this email. And now let's start our Q&A session. And before you're thinking, we didn't have a lot of time for a lot of discussion today, guys. So please raise your hands, or you can text any of your questions in the chat if you have anything. So me or someone from our team will answer it. And also, if Sherry would like to say some words before starting the Q&A session, also welcome. So I see already some raised hands. So let's begin. So Chimuka, please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for the presentation. My question is about collaboration. So if I decide to collaborate with a Kectil colleague to do a project, does it mean we have to do two projects? One for me, in which I'll be the leader and be responsible for that project, and the other for my colleague who will lead and be responsible for that project? Thank you.
Great question. Thank you very much. So let's make me this clear. If you're starting project together with the Kectil colleague from this year program, so you should firstly communicate if you're going to be a partners as a project. So you will be co-founders of those projects together, and you will represent this project that you're going to do and implement together. Right, it could be one scenario. Another scenario, if one of you will take over the project and will represent and take responsibility as a leader and will represent everywhere. So in that case, you don't need to create two different projects and separate it. You can create one project, but please openly and clearly communicate between yourself who's going to be a leader or you're going to be co-founders of your initiative, and then maybe you can even launch your own NGO or any kind of business create based on this project that you're going to do. We had even such cases too last year. So again, clear communication between your team. We will provide some webinars that will also help you to more better to build relationship inside your team and guidance. So don't worry about that. And I think that I answered to your question. And we can move on to Ravan.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Please
Okay. So my question to you is if I am able to get, like a letter from Kectil in the sense where I am inviting schools or probably, centers in that form of letter to make it a bit official and then share them with, the organizations as such. And accordingly, they would be able to collaborate with me on the project that I'm aiming for. Is that something that can be offered?
Definitely. Thank you for the question. Yes, we prepared this year more simple process to request from us any supporting and recommendation letters for your project that will help you to build more collaboration, get more support, resources for your project, for your work. So please go ahead if you need it, text us on the mail. We will communicate and ask you to provide some details for that. And then we will provide you with the official letter for the Kectil community project. Thank you very much. Then Eduardo, your question.
Hello, good afternoon, greetings. Am I audible?
Hello, please go ahead with your question.
All right. I've taken a course on project management, and the patent model for drawing or perhaps charting projects was MPBOK. So I'd like to know, based on this perspective, is there a standardized model for charting our projects or anything alike?
I think I didn't get fully your question. Maybe
I think I can.
you could repeat. Yes, Edward, please.
I
go
hear
ahead.
the question. Yeah, I think I can answer this one. Yeah, we have standardized forum, which is included in the templates, which will be shared with you all. And it's in the resources. You can download it and you will be able to fill in the document and it will be fully automatic. So everyone will be using the same form, which makes the evaluation also easier for us and easier for you to fill in everything you have done.
Great, thank you very much, Edward. Then the next question, Geraldine. I hope that I pronounced it correctly.
Yeah, no problem. It's Geraldine, but it's okay. Don't worry. Well, my question is about well, that is also the first question, but I want to go deeper in it. Like, if I have my personal project, but I also want to develop a project with Kectil colleges, but okay, I understand that I need to be clear if I'm the leader or a co-founder, but my question is more about the my personal project, because I understand that that project needs to be all do by my own, or maybe it can involve also other people. It's well, my project that I'm right now doing is a group project. It is more involve other people, but they are not part of the Kectil program. So I'm not sure if that also can participate in all of these or not.
Okay, good question. Thank you very much. So, guys, let me make some clear points here. So, if you have your own project and you would like to participate in the Kectil community project, four things that you should remember. you should start a separate initiative of your own project that you have. So this initiative could be like small initiative that you are starting and collaborating with your own project, right? Yeah. So it should be start from April to October, some this initiative, or from May to October. So you're beginning this initiative, your project, just exact in that time together with the Kectil community project within studying at the Kectil program. So this is first point that you should remember. If you want to bring some team members for your own initiative, your own organization that you're working, you're allowed to do it. They can join you as a volunteers and as a members of your new team. Yeah, but remember, your project it could be fully new initiative. Yeah, it cannot be done based on another organization, on another project, and you're just creating some small workshop within this big organization. Yeah, you can create small workshop separately of this organization, but involve this big organization as a supporter, as a sponsor, as a partner for your little workshop that you're doing. So this is main point that we would like to bring for this year, right? For this year participants. If you will have more question on that, please reach out to us. If you have some specific case with your organization, with other organizations that you're working, also please text on us. Each case we will review and will back to you with the answer and support with any guidance. So I believe that I make this clear and answered. If any of the team members of the Kectil Community Project want to add something, or Sherry would like to add some words, please go ahead. I always open, always happy to hear anyone. Sherry, you're on mute.
No, I said you're doing great. I'll wait till the very end to add my closing.
Okay, great. So thank you very much. So let's go ahead. Okay, Jeff, please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, a very good evening. Thank you so much for this enlightenment on the project. My name is Okecha Joseph from Uganda, and my question is very specific. My question is about what parameters are they going to use for gauging the best project? And then secondly, is it in order for us to maybe also print out and make banners of Kectil in the usage during the project implementation? I think those are the two inquiries I would like to get to know about. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. If I correctly get your question, so you are able to do banners, any flyers, any branding things with the Kectil in Action logo. We created last year a specific logo for all community projects that they are able to use with specific colors, and this year we also will share with you. We also will share with you the guidance with the social media posting, with the ethical communication with the vulnerable group of the people with whom you're going to work, if you're going to work with them. So you're able to use, but not the Kectil program branded things. And another important point here, that if you wish that you would like to have some branded things with the Kectil in Action logo, some flyers, some banners, some newsletters, whichever. For those things, if you are doing it, you should just understand that you will need to find resources and partners or any collaborations, and even raise some grants or any support for printing those things. Because as we already mentioned, for the implementation and creation of the project, we are not providing funding. We are providing more the practical experience for you, getting knowledge, support, mentorship, all necessary guidance, how to start, how to work with your project. And then in the end, for the recognition, we provide some awards, right? So I believe that I make it clear. If something else, please don't hesitate to reach out to us or text on the chat for some clarification. So our team will guide you. Okay. So let's go ahead. Yumana?
Yes, thank you. So I don't have a specific question. I just want to put forward an idea I have, and I want your opinion on that. So I was thinking of whether it's okay if I can make my project something that relates to religion, since like people understanding religion negatively or implementing it negatively causes like very negative outcomes and consequences like abuse, oppression, and so on. So I'm thinking of a project that relates to religion and make it healthier so people don't suffer because of it.
Okay, thank you very much for your question. Really important and interesting question. So I would like to ask Sherry to help me to answer this question because this is really specific things.
Sure. Yeah, thank you. Yes, and really, it's a good question. And of course, just at this time in the world, there are lots of things going on, as we all know. Kectil itself is not a religious organization. It's not a political organization. And we don't, authorize or support any specific religion because we have people from all religions in our program. So we openly accept and appreciate all the religions in the world. If your project is about tolerance, it's basically about tolerance, about people tolerating others who have different views. That I think would be an interesting project. If it pertains to one specific religion, then that's not what Kectil is here for. And so we would think that that would not be appropriate for a Kectil community project. But if you can scope your project as more of a project about tolerance, about people understanding and appreciating people who come from different backgrounds, and it could be religion, but it could also be cultural, tribal, or any other kind of background where you can have some conflict or some challenges. That might be a good way to present it. But Kectil does not, get involved in specific religious issues. So we don't want it to be about any specific religion. So if you can present it as a tolerance learning technique, that would be fine.
That makes a lot of sense, and thank you for your insight. It's very helpful, and that's why I mainly asked this question to just be sure, since I remember from the very first meeting you've made it clear that Kectil is not for religions or about religions. So thank you so much for the answer.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your question. I really like it. So we will add it to our Q&A file. So definitely, guys, don't worry if we won't answer for everyone's today's question. We prepared a Q&A file with the mostly asked question from the participants about the Kectil community project. So we will share with you those questions and answers. If you will have more specific things to ask, we're always open and happy to help you and guide you through the community project journey. So yeah, let's go ahead with a few more questions. So Nandive, sorry.
Yeah, it's Nandiwe. Thank you. My question is really brief, just like I want to just find out. So firstly, is this the first cohort that's doing this? And then if not, is it fine if we can get like mentored by our regional alumni that have relevant experience with this?
Great, thank you very much.
Okay.
Edward, if you are here, can you please take over this question?
Sorry. Yep, I'm here. Can you please repeat the question for me? I had trouble hearing you.
Oh, okay. So I was asking to say, I noticed Miss Christelle said that this is the second cohort. So I was wondering if the Kectil alumni, if they had this initiative and if it's possible to be, if it's allowed to get like mentorship from them because they have the relevant experience.
Yeah, I had the trouble hearing the last part last time. Yeah, this is the second cohort, and we had the participants and winners last year, and we got in contact with them to get them as mentors for you for many projects. So the people will be matched according to the countries and also according to the time zones to make it easier for them to contact you and be in touch all the time available. So this is in process. The mentors are being selected now, and you will definitely have a chance to have one of the like people who participated last year as mentor. I hope the timing and the country will be okay, but definitely if you want that, we can put you in touch with them. It doesn't necessarily need to be your mentor, but also they can give you advice and so on. Please contact them about that when you start doing your project as well, and we will try to do our best to match you with the person who was a participant last year and who can be the best fit for you according to time zone and the country.
Thank you so much for the clarity.
Thank you very much for your question. Then Austin, please go ahead with your question. Austin Charlie, are you here with us?
And it'd be great if people could say what country they're from. We'd love to
Hello,
hear.
hello. Good
Where
afternoon.
are you from? Where are you from?
Yeah, yes, my name is Austin Charlie. I'm from Zambia, and I have a project which I'm working on concerning the supporting the young people who are disabled. But my question is there any possibility of me having maybe where I can maybe source some fund in order for me to support my project, or if at all if they are there, how can I go about it? Thank you. That's my question.
Okay, good. Thank you very much for your question. So, again, guys, if you have your own project, your own organization, NGO, whatever you are doing, that's really great. We are always supportive and we're always happy to see our participants doing really impactful and great job for the communities. Yeah, but here just please remember, if you're starting initiative or small project within the Kectil community project, it should be started new one. But you can create collaboration as a partnership together with your own organization, right? That will support you with the resources, with the volunteers, with other things. But this initiative should be a new one and should be done during this period of the Kectil community project. Yeah. So we did this rule based on the last year experience, and I believe it will help you also think in the different creative way how to make it real, not to start over with the new from scratch project, but bring some actionable thing. As I mentioned, it could be some small action, some small little project that you can do. Yeah, but it will be your little initiative, and you can collaborate with co-founder from your own initiative if you have, or invite volunteers from your own initiative to help you to bring it together. Yeah. So it could be something that then in the future will be include as a part of your own initiative, yeah, of your own project. But based on the last year experience, we decided to go through this rule, and we appreciate for your understanding. We appreciate for your hard work, for your questions. Yeah, and if you will have any challenges going through it, or any you will need help for any brainstorming ideas, or how to realize it, how to implement it, so we are open for it. We are here to help you go through this journey and support you. Our team fully fully aware of all of the challenges that could be. We have a lot of experience with different projects around the world. We did our own projects, our own businesses. Yeah, and that's why this year we're also bringing mentorship and some webinars, live-on webinars for you guys to make it more easier, more better experience journey in your study at the Kectil program together with our team. So thank you very much for your question. Thank you for understanding. And yeah, if something new change, we will definitely update everyone's. But for now, we take those rules and we will go this year in that way. Thank you very much. And let's take two more questions and then we will finalize this session for today. We will save recording on our YouTube channel and we will share the link with you. So if you miss something, you will be able to rewatch recording and back to us with any questions. We will share links for the WhatsApp chat for our registration form. So you will be able to get all information that you will need for the work. So next question, Rehan, please go ahead.
Thank you very much. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Well, my question is that is it essential that our project lasts till October or can we finish it before October? It depends on the nature of the project.
Good, good. If it's small project, you can finish it before October. Yeah, you can share with us any of the report that you already prepare, any updates, right? But the form for the final reports and presentation will be open. As I remember last year, we opened it almost 2 months before the deadline. So you will have definitely time before to submitting your project, even 2 months before the finishing it, the deadline, I mean. So if a small actionable project, definitely you can close it earlier and done it earlier. But of course, we will request all the documents that will approve your project for the awards. Yeah. So thank you very, very much for your question. Let's take one more question. Mike Banda, please go ahead.
Thank you so much. This is Mike from Zambia. I followed the first part of the presentation where you talked about already existing organizations not coming on board, but of course we have to start from scratch. However, myself, I have actually through this same Kectil program colleague, it's prompted me to start up a sort of an organization called Knowledge Injections. Yes, that goes into schools to talk to the youth about adolescent health. Would that violate the Kectil colleague aspect that you talked about of not having already existing organizations?
If I correctly get your question, yes, last year we had a bit different approach than this year. And based on the last year experience, this year we brought this rule about the existing organization and starting new initiative. Yeah, it again, guys, please don't misunderstand me. It don't need to be a huge project from scratch that you are doing from zero, right? It could be small initiative, actionable small initiative that you can create. Yeah, like a workshop, like cleanup initiative, like some awareness sessions. Yeah, there is a huge different options that you can take. Yes, and just make sure that it is like starting from this period of the April of May or even June, you can start it. Yeah, whatever the time you need for the doing this little project, this initiative. Yeah, but it should be start during this period of time of the Kectil community project. But again, you can collaborate with the other organizations. You can collaborate with the other people. Yeah, with the volunteers. You have a lot of choices here. But again, this rule we just bring this year to see how it will go. Yeah. So thank you very, very much for all of your questions. I see that we still have hands, and I know that you have a lot of questions. I saw in the chat, and thank you for your participation today. Thank you for your patience and for reconnecting through another Zoom link to us. And thank you very much for being today with us, for your time, and for your initiative that you already have on mind, that you're going to start, for all your hard work that you're going to do. We know how it is. And yeah, please remember that our team is here to support you, to help you. And maybe I'm sure you would like to say some words in the end, or some of our team members.
Oh, yeah, wonderful session. And I'm sure you all feel that the energy, the passion in this group on what you're going to do as Kectil colleagues to start your own initiative and to help your communities around the world with positive change. I mean, this is where it starts. This is the grassroots of how you become a leader. You always have to start somewhere, and you start by creating a team, thinking about what you're going to do, and then accomplishing it. And I know Alexandra has spoken several times about how to design what your project is. Make sure you design a project that you can actually take through and accomplish. So it doesn't need to be so big that there's no way you can accomplish it within the time period that's set. It's better to do something that you can put a team together, get excited about, know there's going to be a positive difference from what you're doing, and that you can accomplish it in time. But when you look around at the Zoom, think of how many countries are represented on this call, and think about all the projects that are going to take place and community in action. It's just overwhelming just to see the interest and the passion of the Kectil leaders in the 2026 program and what we can do together. You're doing this individually, but actually we're doing it together as a network. And we're doing it by creating these projects in countries all over the world. So you're really part of a very, very important initiative. You're independent, but yet you're together, and you have our support. And this is how Kectil starts on the ground to make a difference, to help you practice being a leader, and to make positive change in the world. You know, we see a lot of negative news these days. There's a lot of, dark news coming out. But what's not dark is that we have some amazing Kectil leaders all over the world who want to change the world, who want to learn how to do it, who want to help others and grow as a leader. And you all are going to be the leaders in 20 years, 30 years. You're going to be the leaders running the world. Think about that. That's amazing. And you got to get started. And you get started by doing these projects and thinking about how to do it. And by the way, not everything will succeed. You may start a project and then you may realize, oh, gee, that one's not going to work. I need to do something else. That's okay. And Alexandra said that if you get started with a project and then you realize there are too many dead ends, or this doesn't work right, or something, that's okay. But make sure you make those mistakes kind of early on so that you have time to revise it, change your project, and then go on and have it finished by the 1st of November. But with all of the interest, the energy, the excitement that we're feeling on this Zoom call, it's going to be an amazing year. And we're going to be able to look back on it and say, how many people were touched by Kectil in action in the communities? I'm just overwhelmed by that thought and all the positive change. You all can be part of what we call the tsunami of positive change in the world as Kectil colleagues. So thank you so much for being part of it. And make sure if any of your colleagues who are not on the call today, on the Zoom call today, please make sure that they watch the video. Please make sure they get involved. And please pull them in. Be a recruiter for us, because the more the better. And then we'll just make have lots and lots of energy and make lots of changes. And we're going to show the whole world what Kectil's all about and what you as leaders in developing countries are going to do and can do. It's amazing. Okay. Back to you, Alexandra.
Thank you very much,
Okay,
Sherry.
sorry, I have a question.
Sorry. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for being today. Thank you for your time. And for those who are celebrating today, happy Easter, because we know that for some of the people it's also a holiday today. And thank you for your time for spending with us today, this celebration. And thank you, team of the Kectil Community Project, for supporting this call, for helping with the chat, for being so responsible and so energized with a lot of ideas. We will make this year, and we will help you with all of your questions, with all of the guidance, with the mentorship. So please stay tuned with us. We will update you with the emails, with a lot of news, with a lot of new activities, and really practical things that we are prepared for you this year. I believe that you will enjoy it. And thank you very much for being with us today, and wishing you the greatest rest of the day, enjoying Sunday, and see you soon in another activities that we are preparing for you. So bye bye.
Bye.